Dana Loesch is a nationally syndicated radio show host who joins me now. All right, Dana, do you think the Democrats are even a little angry at the media for driving them over the cliff on pretty much every policy that's failing and hurting them politically?
Yeah, Jesse, I think you're onto something. By the way, wasn't all of that talk, when all of us were saying these exact same things just, a few years ago?
Yep.
Wasn't that considered deplorable and racist and sexist and istist and whatever else? So are they just joining us in that basket of deplorables now? I'm curious. But you're right. The media sold all of this. Democrats crafted some kind of policy. I'm not exactly sure what Democrats' policy is other than pronouns, I think, and something about horse reins at the border. I'm not quite sure. Nobody is, not even Biden. And now ghost guns. And they crafted this policy and media went out and sold it. They are still, Jesse, they are still pushing the whole Putin's price hike. So they are carrying that for Democrats. That's the last bucket, I guess, that they're willing to actually carry. But the bottom line is that nobody wants to be on a losing team. And Biden is performing so heinously. And not just Biden, but all Democrats. I mean, I will never forget watching what happened in New Jersey last election and thinking there's a ton of Republicans in New Jersey or disaffected Democrats who are voting Republican. That's something that Democrats couldn't anticipate. What happened in Virginia. And so now Democrats are looking at this happening on a national scale at midterms. They're looking at the House. They're looking at the Senate. All of their chances are about to go up in smoke and a shellacking that's going to make 2010 look like child's play. This party can't get it together. There's no party leadership. 36% approval rating, RCP average, had 36% approval for Biden on economy. I mean, I don't know if that's ever been, I don't know a president that it's been that low for. Jesse, do you? I mean, this is a disaster. And so media is now trying to pretend that they had nothing to do with it. It's like that Mariah Carey meme. I don't know her. I don't know her. That's how they are with Joe Biden.
I mean,
now.
It is so bad that not only are Democrats distancing themselves from Joe Biden, but the media is distancing itself from Joe. You brought up the ghost guns. Yeah. That was another dog and pony show today at the White House with Joe Biden out there. I want to play some sound of Joe saying he's a Second Amendment supporter, and you can react.
It's going to sound bizarre. I support the Second Amendment. You have a right. But from the very beginning, the Second Amendment didn't say you can own any gun you want, as big as you want. You couldn't buy a cannon when, in fact, the Second Amendment passed.
Just more of the same, Dana.
Yeah, you could buy a cannon. In fact, you still can buy a cannon. And that makes me actually, Jesse, want to go out and purchase said cannon. Joe Biden talking about being a Second Amendment supporter is like Colonel Sanders saying that he's not going to fry any more chicken. It's awful. It's ridiculous. Ghost gun is a stupid term, just like assault weapon is.
And so the ghost gun is what? You put it together at home or something like that. But we had some researchers look into this today, and they said, like, it's not even 1% of crimes committed with ghost gun. It's like you can't even measure it.
Yeah, from 2016 to 2021, I think there were over 89,000 murders that were committed, and of that, 325, I believe, that were possibly attributable to ghost guns. And so that's like, what, 1/3 of 1%? A ghost gun is it's a term that talks about what hobbyists have been doing legally for years, just fabricating something at home. And it refers to a chunk of usually aluminum or polymer, different types of aluminum, that you have to drill at home and create a firearm. I have a thing up at my Substack about this that gets into it in excruciating minute detail, but it's simple. And by the way, gangsters, Jesse, I think we can all agree, they're not like with their drill presses and their routers and their garages fabricating and drilling into aluminum blocks. I think we all know that that's not happening. So the crime rate isn't attributable to that.
And if you're going to make something at home, make it a ghost cannon. You want to rig up one of those things.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
All right. Dana Loesch, thanks so much.
I'll see you next with my new cannon.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.